This is a conversation that I think a lot of you are going to get a lot out of, because if your journey has been anything like mine, we got into coaching not because we were good sales and marketing people, but because we wanted to serve, because we loved creating safe and transformative spaces for people. And what we really love doing most of all is being in those coaching conversations with people. And if you're anything like me, and a lot of my clients, is very quickly you learn that in order to have a business around your coaching, around your skill set, around your gifts, that you need to learn how to sell and market what you do. Because one of the things that, is just a little bit of tough love here is that we do have to get out of our own way if we really want to serve. We say that we want to serve. I hear this all the time with my clients. It's like, I want to do this work. I want to help people. But then when it comes to actually putting the work out there and actually talking about what they do and workshopping it and really getting curious about how can they package it so it actually resonates from the people they want to help, they don't want to do that. And so there's a real disconnect there between what some people say, and I've been there, I'm not judging, what you say you want, and then what you're willing to do to actually get what you want. And I think a big part of that is because we have this aversion, many of us have this aversion to what we think sales and marketing is. We think that it is, super pushy. We think that we're going to be bothering people. We think that we're going to be seen as disingenuine, and in it for the money. And the reality is that it's not true. Those are stories that we've created around this idea of sharing our products, offers, and services that get in the way of us actually doing our work in the world. When we think about sales and marketing from this perspective, all we're doing is creating connections, meaningful connections with our ideal clients. We're talking with the people that we want to serve. Then we're getting into conversation with them, one-on-one conversation. So we're not just blasting our message out over through a big megaphone. We're actually authentically connecting with people and being like, hey, what's going on in your world? What do you need support with? And if you can support, then you offer support, and that's how they turn into clients. So a shift in thinking when we're moving from, taking on the soulful sales and marketing approach is that we need to move away from transactional thinking into relational thinking. So transactional thinking sounds like I expect to get clients the first time I share an offer, right? And it may not be as obvious as that to you, but this is how it shows up. This is how transactional thinking is actually really sneaky. You post an offer, you have a new group coaching program, you're really excited about it. You post it, and even for a week, once you get no clients from it, and you think that it's not working. You think that nobody wants it. You think that it's not a good offer. That is a very transactional way of looking at your offer, instead of looking at how many conversations did I get in around this? How many people commented on the post? How many new followers did I get? That is a relational approach to promoting and sales and marketing. It's not looking at just the end goal of getting clients, but the multiple success metrics that you can put in place around talking about your offers. The other thing that can show up is a sneaky little belief around, you can catch yourself, right? If you're in transactional thinking, is the belief that I feel pushy and salesy reaching out to my ideal clients. The only reason you would feel this way is if you were reaching out and connecting with people solely with the intention of turning them into clients right away, instead of a relational approach, which is about, I just want to talk to this person. I want to get to know them. I want to see if I can help them. And if so, then I can talk about the next layer. But if not, then I'm not going to, right? I know it's kind of overused, but dating is honestly one of the best analogies or metaphors when it comes to this approach. Is transactional is like going up to someone right away and being like, hey, do you want to go on a date? Relational is going up and getting to know them a bit, seeing what the vibe is, seeing if there's a warmth and an openness to being in conversation with you. And if there is, then great, we take the next step. If no, we say no worries and we walk away. Most people, if they're not weird. So this is the idea here around relational approach. And you wouldn't feel pushy or salesy if you were taking that relational approach. You would be just talking to people, putting yourself out there, looking to create relationships. The third piece, and this kind of ties into the first one, is if you lose interest or confidence in your offer, if people don't buy right away, that is a sneaky sign that you are living in this transactional approach, transactional thinking. Because if we're living in this relational approach, relational thinking, we know that relationships take time to build. So it likely is not the offer that is the issue. It's likely that people just need some time to get to know, like, and trust you. And if you take that approach where people are just getting to know, like, and trust you, then you would be okay with showing up over and over and over again, talking about your offer until they're like, yes, this is now the right time for me to work with you. The other, couple things, and I want to move a bit quicker because I could talk forever about this, but the other couple things is that you don't continue to engage with people who say no to the offers. This really ties into what I was just talking about. Someone says no, or they're not ready, we just forget about them, right? No, we're taking a relational approach. And the big one here is really around our worth being tied to how many clients you have. So if your offer or yourself is good, it means you've got lots of clients. If you don't have lots of clients, it means you or your offer is bad. That is a very transactional way of thinking about it, as opposed to it takes time to, build relationships. If you think about any big bands in the world, they did not fill stadiums right off the bat. They played in garages, they, did underground things, and they connected with their people. And over time it built. So this is the big distinction I want you to make when you're thinking about doing sales and marketing from a soulful place, from an aligned place, is yes, we're going to be out there talking to people. We're going to get in front of people, because why wouldn't we? We have something that they could really help them. Like if you had medicine that could cure somebody, and you just kept it to yourself because you were too scared to go and talk to them, that would be bizarre, right? Someone is ill and you're keeping the thing that could help them. This is the exact same thing when it comes to our offers. If you truly believe in your offer, which is really important, and that's why designing a powerful offer is like the first step. And that's why we do this really intense and what's the word I'm looking for? Intentional design in all of the programs I run, because I want you to feel 100% confident in the offer. And then when you do, then you will not feel weird about talking about it to people.